Hello everyone and welcome to Crafting with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. This is the star of the show today. We are using the Pydlife Craft Hobby Mug Press, and I'm going to be sublimating some 12-ounce Cricut mugs, and I am excited to share this process with you. At the end of this video, if you find it helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Now, without further ado, let's look at the materials and jump right in. The materials I'm going to use for this project include my Cricut Maker. I'll be using 2 Cricut mugs. I'm using the 12-ounce size. I'll use my heat-resistant gloves, a Cricut heat press mat, butcher paper, a green standard grip mat. I'm using Cricut heat-resistant tape and my cute little hedgehog tape dispenser. And the star of the show this time will be the Pydlife Craft Hobby Mug Press. I am using my Sublimation Printer, Sublimation Paper, and Sublimation Ink, all of which will be linked below the video. Now, without further ado, let's head over to Creative Fabrica and get the template downloaded. I am on the Creative Fabrica website, and what I'm going to do is just do a search right here in the search box for photo mug. And I want to see what options will come up. I do want to find something that's quite simple because I'm making this for myself and I'm not making this as a gift for anyone else. So when I look at these options, this is the one that really just stuck out to me because I felt like it was simple enough. It's not related to any holidays or any special occasions or anything like that. Also, when I looked right here, I could see that I had different color choices and I like that. So what I'm going to do is click download. And then since I'm using a Windows-based operating system, I can see right here that the folder is being downloaded right here in the top right corner. So I'm going to click that download option. And I can see the folder is there and it needs to be extracted. Now, I have personally already downloaded and extracted this, but I'm doing this as a demonstration for you in case this is your first time trying something like this. I'm going to click extract all. I'm going to go to browse. I'll just navigate to my desktop and I'll give this folder or this file a name. So I have a folder that is already called Creative Fabrica Files. So I'm going to double click that and I'm going to create a new folder just for this. And I'll call this Photo Mug Template. And I will click select folder. So when the files are extracted, they will go into that folder. I'll click extract. Okay, and so now I see the folder. I see that once I double click on it, I can open it and see all of the options. Now that I'm looking right here, I see that I have different color options. And before I upload one of these to Cricut Design Space, I can be thinking about which photos I plan to use on my mug. Okay, so let's close this out. I will get my photos downloaded and then we will move into Cricut Design Space. I am in Cricut Design Space and I am connected to the Cricut Maker. However, you could do this from any full-size Cricut cutting machine. What I'm going to do is click upload, and you can see I have one template uploaded already, but I will upload it again to demonstrate the process. So I'm going to navigate to my desktop, to my Creative Fabrica files, to the mug template, the 3-spot photo mug. And I'm going to use the black template. I'm going to click open. When it comes in, I am going to select complex and I'm going to click continue. When the image comes in, I'm not going to resize it at all. I'm going to click apply and continue, and I will select the print then cut image. I'm going to click upload. Going to click on the file and upload it and add it to my canvas. Now, when the file comes in, it does not come in at the right size, but remember on the Creative Fabrica page, it indicated that the correct width was 8.5. So I'm just going to click in the width and I'm going to change it to 8.5. The height will automatically change. Now, just from playing around with this a little bit, I noticed that the inside of these squares is right at 2.4, but I resized my images to 2.6. Let me demonstrate that process. So what I did was I grabbed a shape and I just selected a square. I put the square here in the middle of the box and I just resized it until it was approximately the same size. Okay, so if I go up, well, it's actually approximately 2.6. I think 2.6 is what I figured worked the best. So what I did was I changed this from a basic cut to a pen, and then I started uploading my images. So I'm going to go to upload. I'm going to go to upload image and I'm going to browse to my downloads where I saved the images that I plan to use. So I chose this one right here. I'm going to click upload. I'm just going to select complex and continue. I'm not going to make any changes here. Going to click apply and continue. I'm going to select the print, then cut image and click upload. I'm going to select the photo, add it to my canvas. The photo comes in really big. I'm just going to resize it to 4. Okay. And what I did was I just took this square and I put it on top of the photo and then I just sliced away from the square. Okay. So I'm just going to take it and put it on top, select the photo and the square, and I'm going to select slice. Okay, so that will give me my photo that will fit here. Okay, so now I have that. I think it looks great. I can delete this. I'm going to upload another photo. Now I am going to upload 2 additional photos and repeat the same process. I just clicked upload. I did not make any changes. I selected the print, then cut image. I added it to my canvas. I resized the photo to fit on the screen, and then I sliced the photo from the square. Remember, you can only slice when there are 2 layers selected. I did the same thing with 1 additional photo. Okay, I have all 3 of my images. What I'm going to do now is select all 3 images. I can delete this and I'm going to click the first image. I'm going to hold my shift key, select the second image and the third image, and I want all of them to be aligned to the bottom. So I'm going to select the photos and the template and I'm going to flatten this. Now, because I'm in the allowable space, I should be good to go for a 12-ounce Cricut mug. Okay, so, or a 12-ounce mug of any brand. All right, so I'm going to put that one to the side. And I'm going to go through that process again. And this time I'm going to use a red template and some of our older Houston Rockets photos. I'm grabbing the red template. I'm using it as a print then cut image. I'm going to add it to my canvas, bring it down to 8.5 in width. I'm not changing the height. I am still going to slice our photos to a size of 2.6. Remember, you can only slice 2 layers at a time. I'm going to get them in place and make sure they are where I want them to be and aligned at the bottom. All right. And if you just want to be on the safe side, what you can do is put the template on in front of the photos. So I can select the template and arrange it to bring it to the front. And that way my photos are not, okay, let me go to this photo right here and just move it over with my arrow key on my keyboard. Okay, that looks really good. All right, and then the same thing with this photo right here. Just move it over. Okay, I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard. This looks fantastic. Now, if I wanted to add to this, like if I wanted to say, we love the Houston Rockets or something like that, I can do that just by grabbing my text. And I could say something like, go Rockets. And, you know, I want this to be, let's say we want this to be black. And let's see how that would look here. So I would have to make it smaller. This looks really good. I like it. Or I could make it, let's see how yellow would look. Ooh, I don't love it. Maybe it's the font. Let me check a different font. I think I might have a font called NBA. Yeah, I do. Okay. So I would delete that. Okay, so that font doesn't have an exclamation mark. Okay, so and then what I could do is change the color. Let's see how that yellow would look. And let's see if I can make it, let's make it a little bit wider. Let's make the letter space wider and make the font a little bigger. All right, and then now I'm finished with this, so I can delete this. And I'm also finished with this, so I can delete this and I can delete this. I think this looks fantastic. All right, so I will select the whole thing and I would flatten this. And now I have two mug templates that are ready to go. And now what I'm going to do is click Make It. And I should have two print then cut images. And what I'm going to do is click Mirror here. I'm also going to click Mirror here and I'm going to select Continue. On the first one, I'm going to select Send to Printer. I am going to select my Epson EcoTank 2760 series printer. I'll turn the ad bleed off and I'm going to use my system dialog. I'm going to select Print. Going to scroll over and navigate to that printer. Going to select Preferences. I am using my Sublimation preset that I will leave linked below this video in case you want to know how to set your Sublimation preset. Okay, so Sublimation preset with the mirror off. This is Sublimation preset with the mirror on. And I do have mine set to do a print preview. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to select Print. Okay, so when I look here, let's pay attention to this. This does not match what I have over here in Cricut Design Space because these two things should match. So let me click Cancel here and I'm going to select Send to Printer again. I want this image to be what pops up. So I'm going to select Turn Ad Bleed Off, use System Dialog, click Print. I'm going to go to Preferences and I'm going to select the mirror off because it's mirrored in Cricut Design Space. So let's look at it again and make sure we have two things that match. Okay, so let's look here. This matches. Look there, that matches. Okay, so now I'm ready to click Print and everything that I'll do from here will be back on the camera. I have my image loaded on the mat in the same direction that it's in Cricut Design Space. I'm using the infusible ink transfer sheet cut setting. That's just a setting that I prefer to use. I'm going to click the flashing C and get this cut out. The first time I used the Pydlife Craft Hobby Mug Press, I did not demonstrate properly because you are not supposed to heat this up without having a blank inside. So I should have had either a tumbler or some type of mug or something inside while it was heating up. I'm not going to make that same mistake again today. Let's go ahead and power this on. The recommended time and temperature for ceramic mugs is 356 degrees for 280 seconds. So I am going to, let me put a mug in here just to be on the, do the right thing, Delonda. And we are going to set the temperature to 356. That's already set. And I'm going to click the settings option again, and I'm going to move up to 280. So it is heating up, and while it's heating up, I'll go ahead and prepare my first mug. I'm just going to go over it with my lint roller and remove any debris that might be there. And I am going to do my best to carefully tape down my first image. It's the first image of my husband and I, and I'm going to try to get it lined up. Just going to wrap the butcher paper around like this and slide it in there. I'm not taping the butcher paper to the mug. Okay, and we will press play and let it start to count down. And while that's counting down, this is still very hot, very, very hot. I'm not going to add the image here yet. It beeped, and I'm going to carefully open this and put on my heat-resistant gloves and remove it. And I will not reveal it until the end. We shall see. We shall see. I'm excited about that. So I do have a lot of, looks like a little scorching and some ink release. All right, let me get the second one prepared and we will get it pressed. Now it did cool down a little bit, so I am a little bit nervous about adding the image to it, but I'm going to go with it anyway. Going to follow that same process, clean the mug off, use my extra pair of hands right there, get the mug taped down right there in the middle. I was proud that I did not use too much tape, just enough, I think 3 pieces. I wrapped the butcher paper around and put it in the mug press and pressed it for 280 seconds. All right, it beeped. Let's see what we can see. Okay. Once again, scorching. Put that right there. This is the trash. Let's look at this first one first. I can power this off. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, scorching. So 256. Oh, scorching. Oh, scorching. Oh, look. Scorching. Only on one side though. Only on one side. So I don't know if I needed more butcher paper right there. I don't know what would have stopped that from happening. But look, there's scorching right there. I don't know if I had it pressed hard enough. But the rest of it looks great. This one is still hot. So we shall see. Ooh, okay. I think this one looks kind of good. It looks good. It looks great. I did not have enough pressure here at the top. So if you look at the top of the mug, I didn't have enough pressure, but it kind of looks like I tried to do that. I didn't. I didn't. But I think the mug looks great. I think it's good to be able to use photos and have them sized all the same. I do wish that I had gotten more pressure here at the top, but use my tutorial as a way of not to do it. So make sure you have enough coverage on all the way around, because this one has scorching. I think I just didn't have enough pressure here. And then here, I don't know if I had enough. Maybe I should have taped more. Maybe I should have added more tape here at the top, but I didn't tape it at the bottom. Have you tried making photo mugs, and how did yours come out? What advice do you have for me? Because I'm a little bit stumped on this one. I might have to try it again. But at any rate, if you found this tutorial helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and turning on the bell for notifications, because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.